Well, hello everybody. I'll give it that minute to let people log on. Truly incredible Christmas for me with Tina, my mom, the girls, her family, her children that we got to meet here in Hamilton, and those who came out of town. It was awesome. It was truly wonderful. I had an amazing time. I loved it to death. And it's sad. It's sad my girls have gone back now, and here we are at Christmas. Me and Tina will be spending it together. It's a wonderful time. I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. And it's Christmas Eve. I'm going to make this video because I did a lot today on this last business day, and now I'm heading to work. And I want to disclose that for everybody. I want to go into a few themes that are out there right now, both with the anti-vax group and the government lockdown group, and that socialist narrative, that autocracy that we see all over the world with these lockdown measures happening all over the country, different provinces, different regional concepts, nothing uniform. And I want to get into some things I'm doing for the people of Canada, all peoples of Canada, including the First Peoples. And I'm going to disclose that for all of you live as it happens, as it really is, because I can tell you right now, all of you, I've gone through this extensively over the last week. And in Canada, unless your doctor, your actual registered doctor in charge of your care, prescribes a lab to give you qualitative, I say qualitative and quantitative testing. When I say those things, they're two very different things. One will tell you with so much certainty if you have antibodies against COVID-19. The other one will not only tell you that, it will tell you how many against which variants and the original SARS COVID-19. Now, getting that done in Canada proves to be nearly an impossible task. Your government doesn't wish you to have that. They say it ends at qualitative testing. Hey, we can tell you you have antibodies, we just won't tell you how many. Well, that's no good. And why wouldn't they do that? Well, this way they can pump out $1,000 for every man, woman, and child and first persons in COVID-19 PCR tests. That's what they want to do, to help create panic, to help create fear, to continue lockdowns and masking. Now, whether you're an anti-vaxxer or you're a vaccinated Canadian like myself, I choose vaccination. Why not? Why not give yourself the best foot forward? Why even take a chance? Why? So I've researched, I've done all that. There's a lot that don't want to look at that. That's great. But now, as of January 6th, I'm scheduled for my booster shot, my Pfizer shot, right in Hamilton, Ontario, as well. On the 20th, 14 days after, I will be taking a serologist-administered antibody test, quantitative, to tell each and every Canadian just how strong my immune system will be when boosted, what I can expect to have in real quantitative analysis by a licensed serologist who's going to take my blood, and I'm going to disclose that live for all of you as the test happens, and exactly how many antibodies I have after the 14 days. Now, this test is not available easily in Canada. Now, in the United States, no problem. No problem. You can dig into your pocket and you can go get this done. There are labs who offer this, and I can get it done, and I'm going to get it done for all of you after the manufacturer's specified 14-day wait period over my booster shot. We're going to know against all variants what my status is going forward. Leading off from that, you'll all see that live, not filtered, not hidden, and it really does say out there to anti-vax and all the government propaganda, especially by Justin Trudeau. Why are antibody testings not made available to everybody? Shouldn't people know where they stand? Why would you waste so much money on PCR tests? Why do anti-vaxxers never talk about antibody testing and quantitative analysis? Well, that's easy. It explodes both narratives for those Canadians who are looking to end this, get through it, who've done everything, followed manufacturers going through this, and then being told, oh, Omicron's super scary. And the reality is, as it stands today, folks, one death in the United States that I know of from Omicron specifically, and it was an anti-vax, an unvaccinated American that passed away in their 50s. That's all they know of Omicron thus far. Still too early. America's not in a big panic. Joe Biden's not in a big panic. Justin Trudeau is. In fact, he's rolling out billions of dollars in printed inflationary monies to combat it with PCR tests and full-blown panic. Now, I'm not going there. I'm going to do what no Canadian has done or is willing to do, and I'm going to do that live. I could care less about producing my medical results to all Canadians. I find that not scary. I don't need a privacy on that. We're going to know. Regardless of that test and how that goes for all of you, I will be continuing over the 6 months, and I will be going to Russia. I'll have Ian Bjorkman with me. We are spending the next 6 months post January 6th saving for a trip to Russia, where I will get injected with absolutely the Sputnik vaccine, the booster, and we're going to go through the whole lab process with Russia if they agree to turn over the 85 constitutions in English. I'm nearly there. I'm pretty sure they will, as they've done a whole bunch in the last couple months and produced lots of the work we've been doing. It's made it to Russia. All those who signed the letter to the P5 on our resolution, check out Russia's last 2 resolutions. Now, USA vetoed it. I have work to do with the United States of America as I pursue this lab test. It's just one of those monumental works, just to show Republicans and Democrats what's happening right next door in Canada, what they're up against, among many, many narratives. Now, First Peoples post January 6th as well. I will be sending out an educational video to many chiefs all over several regions of Canada that have in fact logged detailed, credible, reliable, published sources of children's genocide here in Canada. It's going not only to the ICC, it's going to all P5, as well as, with that educational video, teaching you how to report to their functioning and absolute system set up, their reporting service on the Children's Day of Genocide and Armed Conflict. It's been around for many decades. You do not need the government of Canada. I will be teaching you how to do that outside the government of Canada, which means outside the National Chief, outside the Governor General, all Lieutenant Governors, absolutely the Premiers, and absolutely the Prime Minister of Canada. We will be doing that through a system that's been built in international law that Justin Trudeau has no authority over in all his Crown appointments all the way down the line. There is nothing anybody can do about it. That's where we're going. For PCC, the party of the Canadian Constitutionalists, and all those founding members and all of you watching today, we are going forward door knocking. I'm going to show you all an educational video. This will not be made public. I will publish pictures. It will be a private. Those that I've determined are staying with the party going forward. We're rebuilding the PCC internally. You're all going to learn how to door knock. We're going back through the provinces. Each one of you who participates, you will be taught. You will see how I do it, as I've taught many who are out there right now watching this video, sitting there logged on, who've participated with me those years ago, how it's really done, what politics is really all about, the very beginning. And that will be post, obviously, my booster, where the government can't stop me. Now, Trudeau, the government, anti-vaxxers have one narrative that is absolutely trying to destroy any credible, real build of a political party. And it's tough. It's tough. But I'm going to go through the antibody testing as it really is. I'm going to go through all of it, finishing in Russia. We're going to see how that goes. I believe they will take it. We're saving for that. You will all be taught door knocking those who are loyal to the party, who will not propagate any radical agendas besides the agenda of PCC, which is for everybody. It's just we don't take any special interest. We don't take any propagandas, none whatsoever. We will never, ever lie at the doors or publicly on any released videos. It's coming. We're going to be doing that. I'm going to target Ontario heavily. In May, I'll target Alberta, although I'm pretty sure I'll have Alberta recovered by a lot of people. It's going to happen across Canada. That's what we're doing. I will be teaching you all privately how to do that. And it will be successful. You're going to learn. You're not alone. And in fact, the majority is with you. You're all going to see how that works. You're going to see my success rate as I do it. Much, much easier than any videos or any live shows I've done. In fact, the pandemic was absolutely the hardest I've ever done. And what did I get for it? Nothing but radicals and improper agendas that only see to destroy and absolutely empower the crowd. It destroys any legitimate way forward, and that's not what we're about. We're about reality and getting the job done. So I love you all. I love everybody. Myths to be busted. We want to get into that. There's a lot. There's a lot from anti-vax. There's a lot from the sovereigntists. There's a lot from the government of Canada and several provincial parties. Don't fall for it, people. I'm working diligently on it. We're going to have a great narrative going forward for everybody. And you're going to all get to see that. Don't get into people's things on anti-vax. It's wrong. Don't get into government narratives on PCR tests and bringing that into homes. Fear-mongering without any data. Wrong, wrong, wrong. You're going to see my bioassay by a serologist. You're going to see that live. First Canadian to ever do that. You're going to see the results of it. You know what? I'm going to do the same in Russia. And in fact, I'm going to allow them to inject me with a multitude of variants post-Sputnik, along with my Pfizer. If there's a booster, which there likely is, in another 6 months, I'll take that before I go do another serology test for absolutely America and all of my Canadians, because it really can't be done here in Canada, because that goes against anti-vax, that goes against the Crown government Liberal Party, the Conservative Party, the NDP Party, the Bloc Party, the Green Party, all of those Crown-loving loyalists, liars, the sovereigntists. Keep working at it, but you're not writing a minority constitution. That's why it will never fly. Your heart's in the right place, but you're out to lunch on the fact that you think that somehow a little minority group is going to write an ultimate of all ultimate constitutions that would need to cost literally $160 million. I know I've done the work in real economics and real law with the greatest minds in the world. We'll make that available as promised for all Canadians, all First Peoples, absolutely in every community, every reserve, and every unceded territory in Canada, in your native tongue as you wish to have it, or in English or French or a multitude of other languages, because that's getting a real job done. That's the monumental work, free of all the garbage, all the lies. We're going to have a streamlined platform that will be available to all door knockers in PDF. You'll be able to print that in a nice, easy handoff package with publications to boot. We still won't be bringing up a website because of the federal system of political parties. We need that work done, boots on the ground. We need those Canadians from all provinces, territories to have their say and input in the founding membership. I will be going through tossing out. I already have well over what I need to make a party, but what would that party look like? I have to go through that pile and toss a lot out and start again with average, everyday Joe Janes in real communities like I did in 2019, like I proved that a third-class Canadian can build a party, can run a majority, and can be there and take the crown out. And I will do that. Beyond Independence is uniting Canadians under the real, true legal path to fixing Canada and making it a real democracy for all the peoples of Canada as a UN state. Thanks, that's my video. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year coming. Share, share, share. It's very important. Bye now.